This is like one of the highlights for me because Scizors was actually a peer of mine, and he was in my first. We were in the same cohort when I first came into Emergent Works, and honestly, it is so amazing to see the progress that he's made, and it really just lets you know, like, you stick with this, you can take this to the moon and beyond. So, without any further ado, Scizors, you're up, man.
Hey, thanks for the introduction. You guys got me feeling all emotional. It's going to be hard to follow that up, Tiffany. I'm really proud of the work you've done, though, on that, and everybody's projects are really cool to see. I'm going to share my screen here. Bear with me. So I was working on a project that's an open source project that's already existing called Not 911, and it is an app where you, sorry, I'm struggling to find the little screen share button. 1 second. I'm terrible at Zoom.
Learning good, man.
Can't run the Zoom. Where did that go? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Here it is. How do I do this? Okay, share the screen. So Not 911, it was a community based alternative that started in New York City to help people find organizations that can help with counseling or mediation or whatever needs you might have that you would think to call 911 for. And here, 1 second, sorry. The project was already a functional app for New York City, which looked the same as what you can see on my screen here. So I didn't have to do any of the initial layout and design, but what we did is refactored Not 911 to be multi-city. So we used Expo to build out the web app. So basically using Expo, as you can see here, you can run it on an Android device or an emulator. We've got that over here running so you can see it. You can run it on an iOS simulator. We got it right here. We're going to work to get it in the app, the iOS App Store, where right now it actually is currently on the Google Play Store. So if you were to search on an Android phone for Not 911, you can install that app and see what I have on my screen right here. And I urge you all to do that. Let's see here. So like I mentioned, you can use it on either Android or iOS. And you can also, if you go to the website not911.us, you can use the progressive web app as well on a, like, this is how you might use it on an iPhone for the moment while we don't have that in the App Store yet, you know. And so when you get on the landing page, you can select your city. So like, let's see, here's the San Francisco Bay Area. And then when you click on that first link, you have some options of things that you could look for help on. So like, let's say you wanted to look up somebody who'd been poisoned or had maybe an overdose or something like that. You have some resources right here. In the past, one of the things the app was, all of these resources were hard coded in. And so in order to add a new resource, you needed a web developer and you'd have to push an update through the Google Play Store. And we took and made the source of truth an Airtable database, which you can actually see right here. So every resource that you see on these screens is coming from this database. You've got New York City, San Francisco, Chicago, Boise, and I'm actually going to add a resource right now so y'all can see how this works. It's really, really easy. So right here, a group that we're gonna pull a lot of information from, and if any volunteers ever wanna help us do this, is called Don't Call the Police. I just chose one earlier, so we're gonna add the San Francisco Substance and Addiction line. So I'll go back to Airtable here, and you can literally just paste that in. We've got different categories you can choose. This one will go on the drugs or poisoning. And now we want to take a look at the hours of operation. It says here it's 24/7. So we're going to type in 24-hour typos, 24-hour access. The next thing we're going to do is grab the phone number. So I'm just going to copy that. And then paste that in. And then I like to just quickly change the format of the phone number. I don't know if ASTA will be the same. It may have been normalized to where it'll accept anything, but the last thing over here on the right, if it's an organization that's set up for crises, we do true right here. And what that does is it puts it at the top of the app in red here. So now if I go back and then reload the page, you can see our new San Francisco substance and addiction line. And for any of you who installed the app on your phone, it should be on your phone right now too as well. This is what I think is going to make the push to going nationwide and making it more than 5 cities so viable, because we can give people who volunteer access to a city's database that they want to maintain, and they can add it without having to be a web developer. And I think that's really about it. Like I mentioned, we are asking for volunteer help to spread this. If you go to the page here, let's see. Anyways, we can have somebody post a link. You guys can email if you'd like to volunteer. And I think that's about it. I don't know if Ross wants to say anything or not. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. And that's it. Thanks for your time, guys.
Woo. All right, Ross, if you'd like to say any few words, please feel free to do so.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't prepared to speak, but I'll just say a few quick words. You know, it was a pleasure to work with Scizors this like last 3-ish months. You know, just chugging along, making consistent progress, just banging everything out piece by piece. It's been a joy to work on this again, and really starting to feel like this app is getting to a place where, you know, it's really going to help a lot of people, hopefully. And yeah, like they said, just, you know, we're looking for volunteers. We want to have a robust, like, nationwide volunteer network working on this. So if anyone is interested, feel free to reach out to me, Army, Scizors, on the GitHub. However you want to do it, we'll find some way. We also have a volunteer form on our website as well that you can fill out. So.
Love it. Love it. One more round of applause, silent applause for Scizors and Ross. Amazing. Amazing. All right.